If you hear any jingling noises, that's my cat. She's in a weird mood and has a bell on her collar. Hey guys, it's Katie, and today I'm going to be magnetizing this cube with this stuff. I'm going to be magnetizing my GAN 356R using a Cubicle Labs Strong Magnet Kit because, okay, the GAN 356X is great and all, but that's $62, $61, something in that range. But this was, I think I got this for $14 on sale, and the magnet kit was $8. We're gonna see what we can do to make it comparable to any current GAN puzzles. The one thing I will say about this one though, I did do an unboxing of this so you can kind of see my first impressions. It's very flexy. Yeah, it's not stable at all. It's really hard to get good times on this because of how flexy it is. So magnets would obviously improve the stability, but would it improve it enough so it can be comparable to other top cubes at the time? Hard to say. So I thought I would test that out today. Current main is just the Yushin Little Magic, all reliable out here. I've never had a magnetic cube before. Well, I've never had a magnetic 3x3 before, so hopefully magnetizing this will make it good enough to hopefully be my main. Maybe my main for Wolfpack Winter, which people keep telling me to register for, but I haven't yet. Looking at you, Connors and PJ. Alright, so the first step to this is going to be to take the cube apart, and it's so loose, I really think I could just... Yeah, there we go. Okay, great. Alright, so now that we took the cube apart, the next step is going to be to take off the caps, and these have like the latches in them, and I found that the best way to do that is to use a paper clip and just push them out. Like so. And the corners are a little bit different. I don't know if you can see, but the latches are on the bottom. Okay, with the corners, it's a lot easier to just kind of get your nail under there and go for it because they're not set up the same way. Guest appearance from my cat. Oh, geez. Really? No. No, stop. All my corners. Now we'll just finish the edges. Okay, I just shot that one all the way across my room. So this is all of the empty pieces, except I need to reassemble the cube. So I've got the core here, and I'm just gonna put the pieces back in. Okay, so I really can't do this with the camera between me and the cube, so I'm gonna just reassemble this and then I'll come back. Alright, I've got the cube back together, and now I'm going to put in the magnets. This is a method I saw in a Speed Cube review video, and that is to take the magnets and put them on one of the edges, and then later I'm just gonna, oh, well, do not mean to do that, I'm gonna put it over and magnetize one edge in a corner and then another edge in a corner. With those edge in a corner, I don't know if that makes sense when I say it, but I will show you obviously. And as far as placement goes, this is the problem we run into. There's like a little notch, and I don't think I can go much farther down than that. I might as well try, because I have to go all the way past it. No, I can't. Okay, so they're just gonna go right in that little slot on the edge. Great, so now I just need to use the brush, and I need there to be very little on there, because in this instance more is not always better. Okay, there's that. All right, easy enough. And now I'm probably just gonna let this dry for like 30 seconds or so. All right, I think this is dried enough for me to do 2 more. So I'm just gonna turn it once like that, and then we're gonna put a magnet there and there. Alright, and now I'm going to repeat this process, let it dry for a little bit, then turn it again. I'm basically just going to do that in as many directions as possible. This one I'll probably do like a whole 180. Great, so I did a 180-degree turn. Now I can do that one, and then that one, and that one. So I have 4 more to do now, just from that one turn. Alright, so now I kind of almost lost track of what I'm doing, but I did a bunch of random moves to make the magnets be alongside a space that does not have a magnet yet, and we're just going to do the same process. Okay, this is probably done. Let me just like roll through and make sure. Okay, now I should probably let it dry a little bit for the one that I just added, but I'm sure you can see the magnets everywhere. They give it a really good click. You can kind of hear / see what's going on. All right, moment of truth. Now I just have to put the caps back in. This is the part that I'm afraid I might have messed up, because I don't know if I put the glue in a bad place or something, but I guess there's one way to find out. And I don't think they're gonna fit. So if you zoom in, I don't know if you can see that there's nowhere else the magnets could have gone. That's like literally the only place. And they're too big for this. If I sand the pieces down, it should fit in there. That looks like what's working now, so I'm gonna just have to sand the edges. So, did this work? Kind of. You can kind of see how it's a little bit up. This one is not as perfect as I would have liked, but I'm gonna try and make it better on the other edges, but if you just sand them down, it is pretty much fine. I'll show you like the pieces before. And then here's a sanded edge. You can see that I just had to take out some of the side there, so that it does not hit with the magnet. Also, the corners do not have to be sanded. Those can just go on. If I can get it, there we go. Wow, good going, Katie. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that, but yeah. All right, it's very late at night now, but I finally got all the caps on. Some of them are a little weird. I don't know if I could find some that like this one goes over the edge a little bit, but like I don't think I would have noticed if I hadn't said it. And just like turning it, it's still kind of unstable, but the magnet clicks are like really helping. All right, so it's been a day and I've been playing with this some. The magnets are really, really strong, as I said in the last clip, but it's not that bad. And I thought I would compare it to the other GAN releases that just came out, because that would be probably the best way to tell if they're way too strong or if I'm just, delusional. So here we have the GAN 354 and the 356X. This one also comes in stickerless, but we have the stickered version. First thing I noticed, of course, is the shades are really different. all of them, it's like, these are like half bright sticker shades, and then these are half bright and these are full bright, essentially. So obviously this one, really strong magnets. Okay, this is, the magnets here are much lighter, but they are in the side of the piece like that, so these must just be less strong magnets, and it also is a much smaller cube. But this is still way stronger, and okay, now granted this is broken in more, but this cube is still a good bit smoother than this one, and then the X. Okay, also way more broken in, because my brothers use these a lot more than I have been using mine in the last week, and again, the magnets are just really, really subtle, but they still provide stability. They're probably, this one's probably the loosest, but the tensions are not that different. I would just say the magnet strength is where the comparison lies. However, maybe if I had used some slightly less strong magnets, it might even be comparable, because it's, I don't know. I don't know if the X is worth the $61 in my humble opinion. However, if you can really magnetize this correctly, it might be a good alternative, although I might just go with a 354. I'm actually a huge fan of it. The size difference doesn't bother me that much because I have small hands, but... Alright, now I'm gonna have my brothers test it out because they are a bit faster than me, so they might have some better opinions. So this is my brother Eric. His main is the 354. Yes. Okay, so this is the GAN 356R, and I magnetize it with strong magnets.
I guess the magnets, like, they are strong, but I can deal with it.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I have a more aggressive turning style, so I think the strong magnets would actually benefit me. It isn't really that smooth, though. Like, you can hear, like, the...
Yeah, well, okay. Disclaimer, I have not lubed this again since what came with it, and obviously that wiped out when I was taking it apart and putting it back together, so I'm gonna have to reset it up, but this is just, like, out of the box how it is.
Well, I don't really know if it could get smoother with lube, but it might be able to. I guess if there was like a lube that could make it smoother, it might be good. And I'm fine with the magnets, but I think I'd still stick with the 354 because it just isn't really that smooth.
And now I have my brother Matthew. His main is the 356X, and this is the 356R. I magnetize it with cubicle strong magnets. Give me your thoughts and do it a little higher so they can see.
It's got some good turning. The magnets, of course, are really strong. But,
yeah. Are they too strong, do you think?
No, they're still pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say it turns pretty well compared to the X. The magnets are much stronger. Yeah. And
yeah, you can just hear the magnets.
But honestly, it's not that bad. One of my problems is the shades are just weird compared to all the other cubes I've had.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like the how dark the orange is.
Yeah, but overall this is actually pretty good.
Better than you would expect?
Yeah, better than I'd expect.
That's a success then, I'd say. Alright, so that's all I got for you today, magnetizing this cube. I'd say this was a partial success because technically I did get magnets in there and it, you know, functions as a cube. I did have to sand down the inside of the caps, which was kind of unfortunate, but it worked out. I think my main problem where I could have gone better was that the magnets were way too far out. If I'd pushed them closer into the center of the pieces, that might have helped. However, I couldn't have done that. They were as far in as they could have been because there was a little notch on the inside of the edge pieces, which messed everything up. But, I mean, I probably won't be maining this anytime soon, but it's not bad, okay? The magnets are just a little strong for my liking. However, if I adopt a more rough turning style, I guess, as Eric was saying, then this might actually be good for me. Until then, I'll be sticking with my Little Magic and possibly getting the Little Magic M, which I really want to try. But I'm so glad that I did this experiment because I'd say medium amounts of success. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button if you really want to. I put out new videos every weekend and sometimes a bonus video in the week, but not all the time, so don't get used to it. And I also have an Instagram. Follow that. It'll be linked down below in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Oh, hold your cubes, ladies.